Hello, coolers, and welcome back to Viva Barca. Welcome to the home of everything Barcelona. In this episode, we are going to be focusing on manager Xavi's pre-match press conference ahead of the game against Athletic Club at the Camp Nou tomorrow Sunday. Xavi talks Frenkie de Jong, Ousmane Dembele, Gavi, Pedri, Pique, Pablo Torre ahead of Barcelona vs Athletic Club. We are going to be discussing about everything he had to say as we progress. So guys, before we get right into it, please do ensure to subscribe to the channel if you haven't. If you're just coming across the channel for the very first time, you are very welcome. Consider liking the video and please watch right up to the very end. After a forgettable last week, Barcelona will hope to end this one on a high when they face off against former manager Ernesto Valverde's Athletic Club in La Liga on Sunday. Barcelona failed to defeat Inter Milan and then lost to Real Madrid the previous week, resulting in immense pressure on Xavi. However, they bounced back in a tremendous tie, beating Villarreal 3 goals to 0 at home on Thursday. And Barca will be aiming to build on that win and grab all 3 points against the Basque Country outfit on Sunday. On the eve of the game, Xavi attended his customary pre-match press conference where he discussed his team selections and possible rotations. Talking about Athletic Club, Xavi said, "We expect a difficult opponent who plays intensely and aggressively. They recover the ball quickly and press perfectly. Valverde is a coach who will make the task difficult for us. It will be a different match than Villarreal." Talking about rotations, Xavi said, "Yes, we will make some changes. We want to be 100%. On Ousmane Dembele, he said, "We have to work hard on the flanks. Dembele has talent. There are not many like him on the wings. He might lose some balls, but he can make a difference. Every player we have is different. Rafinha, Ferran, Ansu, and Ousmane, they can dribble and win. Ousmane will be an important player for us." On Frenkie de Jong, Xavi said, "I spoke to Frenkie. He's a player who is happy when he has more of the ball. I love Frenkie. He has great potential. He is very good in defense, but he is even better in attack. He gets to the area and knows how to make the last pass. He played a great match the other day and has to have continuity." On Gavi's Golden Boy Award win, Xavi said, "I want to congratulate Gavi. He deserves it. Amazing player and unique in his way of playing. He is very strong defensively and offensively. He sees everything. He is still 18, and that's amazing." On Ernesto Valverde, he said, "He was an amazing coach. He's an amazing person, and he did a great job at Barca. For me, he was excellent." On Pedri and Gavi, he said, "Pedri and Gavi are in similar roles to that Iniesta I played, but we must not compare. They have a strong present and future here." On Ansu Fati, Xavi said, "Ansu is someone who can make a difference, and he has done that. He is very important for us." On Pablo Torre, he said, "I want Pablo Torre to play more, for sure. In the last match, I would have brought him on, but the conditions of the game changed the plans. We have competition in the midfield, and it is difficult for him, but I think he's training well, and his time will definitely come." On the expectations at FC Barcelona, Xavi said, "There is always tensions here. This is Barca, and yeah, you need to win all the time. The other day we played really well, but tomorrow there is another game against Athletic Club, and it will be so complicated for us." On Gerard Pique, he said, "I see Pique doing well. He's ready to help the team." On resting Pedri, he said, "I try to let everyone rest, but he's essential, to our way of playing." On Marcos Alonso, he said, "His physical profile is crucial. He wins duels and is quick. He has good ball output and is left-footed, which is something important. He has many things." On Sergio Busquets, he said, "Busquets will continue to be an important player for the team, like Frenkie." On the difference when Frenkie and Busquets play as pivots, he said, "It changes more depending on the opponent. Last game, the pivot was the free player, but other times he is an observer. He has a high press and cover his place, and in this Busquets is the professor." On Ferran Torres gaining confidence, Xavi said, "Of course, scoring is important for forwards. His last 2 matches have been very good. He never stops working hard. We rate him highly because of the effort he puts in. He is a high-level player, whether he scores or not. On Jules Koundé's position, he said, he can play right back, it depends on the conditions of the match and the opponent. On free kicks, he said, we are working on it, we have to get better on that. On squad dynamics, he said, there are no main players or substitutes, only Barcelona players. On Frenkie, he said, he's fine and he has had his moments, but we have competition in midfield. He's training very well, but it is difficult for him. He's a great professional, and I'm sure he will have his chances this season. Great words there from Xavi, of course, ahead of a very important, tough game. Athletic Club is not an easy opponent, especially this season where they have picked up form. And of course, it is going to be tricky, especially as Bilbao themselves have not won the last two games. And considering how they have been good so far this season, we expect a very tough game at the Camp Nou. But I think if we can play well, like what we saw against Villarreal, I think we have a great chance to progress to win the game. Of course, we are second in the Liga table, 3 points behind Real Madrid. Of course, due to the fact that they won us in the El Clasico and they are first with 3 points difference. So we have to see how we can catch them. We know the season is still very long. It's still very long, even though the Champions League looks so bleak. Like we don't have, we can't say we can stay in the Champions League after the draw against Inter Milan last week, which we are on the brink of disqualification and relegating to the Europa League. So La Liga is supposed to be the main point of focus right now. Of course, what many fans will be expecting right now is for the manager, to concentrate, to do well in La Liga, which we have not won La Liga for close to 4 years. That was since 2019 that we lastly won La Liga under Ernesto Valverde, who will be the manager, who will be our opponent tomorrow. Of course, he has been doing great since appointed as the boss of Athletic Club. And of course, he knows Barca very well, so it's not going to be an easy game. And most especially as Valverde is a man who have been coaching Barca before, and we have to stay focused in that game. And I think we can win if we play well, if we play as a unit, exactly the way we played against Villarreal last Thursday, which was a great piece of performance from the whole team. Of course, Xavi speaking ahead of that game, speaking his mind, speaking his thoughts from questions from the media, and it's great. It's great. So the squad list is already out as we are talking. The squad list is out officially. So it remains to be seen who among those squad lists that Xavi will pick as his starting 11 in that game. Of course, it will be a night game. So interesting to see how it will play out. So guys, with that, we have come to an end of this episode. Thanks a lot for watching. Until next time. Bye-bye.